Alright, so we have just passed week 4 of the patio garden. Things are slowing down a little bit on the moringa side, but you can see they still have new growth on them. They're still growing, but they definitely slowed down. The little herb garden is doing very well. The mint, it smells wonderful. Purple basil, regular basil, rosemary. These moringas here have gotten, remember they were about as tall as my hand. They are significantly taller now, so they continue to grow. This has already been harvested. Some of it has been harvested once, and so it is, this is a week behind, so this is only 3 weeks. So that's actually doing really well as well. The Malabar spinach is taking off. This is a vine, so it's just getting started, but it's really looking healthy. The sweet potato here wrapped itself around and is headed back up the railing, so that's doing well. We've added a loofah tree, and we also added an extra patio area, so I'll show you that here in just a second. Okay guys, this is the second area. This is our Meyer lemon tree in the center here, and down here we have more Malabar spinach, and we've got a mix of different lettuces that are coming up. This is the second sweet potato that I planted. So this one was an organic one, and I planted the whole sweet potato, I mean just literally a week or so ago, into the ground. And you can see I just harvested this backside already. I've already harvested twice off it, but it is just taking off. Those are collard greens coming up. Those were just planted a few days ago. We have more lettuce, more Malabar spinach, another sweet potato planted about a week ago. Again, another organic sweet potato, started in water and then planted. You can see the whole potato has been planted, but you can see that has been harvested as well. So I harvested off this side where the collard greens are, and that's doing well also. More lettuce, a couple really nice Malabar spinach. And then these are 4 longan fruit trees that I started from seeds, and a little bit more lettuce. Basically any loose dirt like around the lemon tree has got some lettuce in it. So the sweet potato greens, again, I just harvested, and they are doing very, very well. Alright, so I mentioned that I'd harvested a little bit, so I'm just doing a little bit for supper tonight. As you can see here, these are the sweet potato greens. These are the Asian sweet potatoes. These are some of the regular sweet potato, just standard sweet potato. It's got basil in here. It's got purple basil, a little bit of mint, some rosemary. There's the purple basil. A little Malabar spinach in here as well. I'm just going to saute that up with some rice, do like a fried rice. That'll be very nice. That's the second time I've harvested half of these plants, and again, that's yesterday was 1 month on the main moringas and about 2 weeks on the rest. So we're seeing really good growth, doing really well. Anyway, just wanted to update you on that. 4 weeks in the patio garden, and now it's time for dinner. Alright guys, just cooking up those greens I just harvested there. So in here I've got some wild harvested bolete mushrooms, some chopped onion, some garlic, a little bit of mustard seed, black pepper, a little sea salt, and let's see, what else do I've got in there? I've got a little ground turmeric in there. So I sauteed up the mushrooms and the onions a little bit. Now I'm just sauteing the greens, cooking those down. And now, adding a little bit of rice. This is already pre-cooked brown rice, and so I'll just stir that in there, brown that rice up with it. Then I'm going to add a couple shots of fresh lime juice, and that'll be my supper. So just wanted to show you how I was using those greens tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Alright guys, here's the final result. Again, stir-fried brown rice with onions and then greens from the patio, wild bolete mushrooms harvested just the other day on the kayak trip, Java plums harvested from the kayak just yesterday, little extra treat, and of course homemade candle, that's nice, sand dollar candle. And this is a little grape cider that I made. So that is wild fermented grape cider. Nice addition to the dinner. So, definitely using everything. I like to use the wild foods, wild beverages. I like to supplement them with other cooking. So in my breakfast in the mornings, I oftentimes have wild greens mixed in. Obviously this dinner is not all wild harvested. Some of it is grown, some of it is purchased, but some of it is wild harvested. And the cider, the grapes were actually purchased. There were some ones that we had here that had, we actually didn't realize they were seeded, and no one likes the seeded grapes. So I took them and made a fermented cider out of them. The yeast was wild started right from the grapes, and then created that way. So I definitely like to use everything I can, and I like to stick as wild as I can, and then blend it in with our other ingredients. So just thought I would share this with you. Have a great evening. It's time for me to get to dig in.